Hi, I'm Ian Nethercott, Supply Chain Director at ProBrand, and I spend £35 million on IT products every year. So this week I'm doing another video here from my home office, but I thought I'd give an update this week on the current global logistics crisis that unfortunately we still find ourselves in. Obviously, hot off the press right now at the time of filming this, there's yet another major problem in that logistics infrastructure at the moment. There's one of the world's largest sea freight vessels that's currently blocking the Suez Canal, which is one of the main seaways from Asia into Europe for sea freight transport. The problem that causes is pretty significant. I mean, there's already kind of in excess of 150 vessels that are currently anchored and blocked from getting north and south through that seaway at the moment. The longer, obviously, that ship is held there for, the worse that's going to cause things, and that's going to have a pretty significant knock-on effect with the importation of goods coming into Europe and obviously certainly the UK. Obviously, we'll keep you updated on that, but there is a big concern at the moment that that's going to take quite a number of more days or even weeks until that sea vessel is moved and out the way. So yeah, it's going to cause some pretty significant backlogs. Certainly not what we need at the moment. But that just, as I say, that just adds to all the problems that's already out there at the moment. And just to kind of summarise off what all of those problems are, there's a major shortage on global shipping containers at the moment, which is still there, and that's just really been down to the influx in demand of product that's coming out of Asia and around the world. You think there's billions of pieces of PPE equipment that have for months now have been coming out of China. All of this extra goods that's out of the ordinary are just consuming container space and obviously taking prioritization of maybe standard day-to-day export goods that would be coming out of Asia. So that's still in existence. There's a lot of major congestion still at ports as well, and again, this is just from backlog of clearing demand and other problems out in the supply chain. And obviously, there's become a major scheduling and reliability issue as well. So all of a lot of the sea vessels are not where they should be from a timetable perspective. And again, this current issue with the ship in the Suez Canal again just adds to that effect. So again, it just knocks all of the timetables out of sync. And so goods aren't going to be at port when they should be there, and obviously that just has a knock-on effect all around the world. Unfortunately, we're not expecting to see the improvement in this current logistics problem until at least H2 this year. So we're certainly not out of the woods yet. We've got a good 3 or 4 months to go in my estimation as to when this will start to improve. So things just aren't currently getting any better. It certainly will do. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but it will get better, but unfortunately not yet. So for now, just to kind of cap off some advice that I guess that I can give to IT procurement people out there in terms of how you can maybe help overcome and mitigate some of the issues from some of these risks. So from a forecasting point of view, you need to really start that now, looking at Q3 and Q4 this year and beyond into next year of what you think you're going to need from a technology perspective. Might seem a bit crazy talking about demand for next year when we're only in March at the moment, but unfortunately that's the reality that we're in from a not just from a logistics constraint point of view, but also from a product shortage. There's still a huge amount of product in shortage out there. There's a major component shortage at the moment. There's raw material shortages. and it's all having a snowball effect in all of these problems at the moment. So so you need to start forecast demand planning now for Q3, Q4 and beyond. So speak to the key stakeholders within your business, what you think you're going to need, understand what that is, and what I would say is over provision on what that is as well. Add a maybe 5, 10, 15% to whatever you think that current demand looks like. It might feel like a bit of a risk to over provision because you don't really want to buy more than what you need, but from the way that the supply chain is looking, how volatile it is, and those stock shortages and the logistics problems, all of that combined together, it's going to safeguard yourself longer term just to over provision on maybe whatever you think your demand looks like. Work with suppliers that can be flexible with you, who can offer you things like stock holding. Look for suppliers who have their own warehouse and their own logistics network as well. So stock is king at the moment, and will be for a while. So you need to look for suppliers who can stock hold for you, that can do bonded storage agreements, that can do scheduled rollout plans and ring fencing stock and things like that. Suppliers that can work on a just-in-time sort of basis with you. So so that's something to look out for. And then finally, last but not least, communication. I always talk about communication, but for now it's absolutely critical. So when you're looking at your forecast for later this year and as I said next year, don't just make those forecasts. Make sure you consistently share those forecasts with your suppliers as well. So that has to be regular communication. It's not a one-off job. You keep in touch every 3-4 weeks, even more regular than that. Keep that communication with your suppliers so they have an understanding of what you need. Because what that means is that your suppliers then can communicate that then onto their suppliers and more importantly the vendors within the supply chain, so that the vendors have an idea of what the demand in the market looks like, and so that helps on what they need to produce. So the production that's running through the factory, they know what that demand needs to look like, so that comes from you, the end users in the market. So so make sure you continuously communicate that, and you're more likely then to get more accurate lead times on goods coming back from your suppliers as well. So yeah, sorry there wasn't more positive news in this particular update, but hopefully there's a few points in there on how you can hopefully overcome some of those problems. So but that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share and subscribe for more insider information, but until next time, we'll see you again. Thanks.